Welcome guys to the 2024 Genesis G70 3.3T Sport Prestige. So that means we got full power and that differential back there, which makes this car really, really fun. We also have this gorgeous quilted interior with the quilted leather all over the place, white seats, and we have a red exterior. So let's go take a quick tour of this G70 Sport Prestige before we head out on a drive. So check out this really gorgeous paint color on this G70. I think it's epic. And of course we have the Sport Prestige package, so it doesn't do too much in terms of visuals. A little bit of some nice unique finish on the grills and everything, but most of the fun is under the hood and under the chassis. We do have some nice rubber on here. We have Michelin tires wrapped around here. We do have some upgraded brakes as well hiding behind those, so those are nice with those red Genesis brake calipers back there. And I think this thing has been aging pretty well. It is sad to say that the G70 is departing the market in a year or two. So there's a 2025 facelift. Oh, I guess a little bit of an update they have out now, but I think this 2024 is still plenty fun enough. We do have a nice rear tailgate here to kind of store some stuff in if you need it, and you know, it's a good competitor to a 3 Series, a Cadillac CT4, those style of vehicles, and I think it makes a good case for itself in terms of look, great chassis dynamics, and it's pretty potent and fun to drive as well. Hopping inside, again, that nice interior here. Nothing too crazy in here. We have a small little infotainment system here, which is pretty simple and easy to use. A lot of physical buttons. A separate panel here for our climate controls, which is a nice touch here. It's pretty hot today, so we'll have some air conditioning on for us. And we have a few different drive modes to cycle through. We have Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, which turns off traction control. We're going to keep it in that for right now, as well as a custom mode. We do have some cameras to kind of help us out in reverse as well, but we also have those nice turn signal cameras here, which I really love. Those are some of my favorite features on these Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia vehicles. But let's go take this thing on a drive, because honestly, it kind of surprised me a little bit. So this has an 8-speed automatic gearbox here, and this 8-speed is built and designed by Hyundai Group. So it's a unique transmission to this car. I think they've done a good job at tuning it. And the engine, of course, everything is unique to this brand, which is a wonderful touch. And it's really fun, especially with this trick differential back here. Let's make sure we're clear on traffic. We'll head out. So we have over 360 horsepower in this vehicle, so definitely potent amount of power in here. So twin turbo 3.3 liter V6. There is the 3.5 liter V6 as well in the other Genesis products, but this one's still, I think, a really potent engine. We have some manual capability to it as well. Though I think it's honestly best to just leave it in drive and let the car do its thing, because I think it actually performs just a little bit better in drive mode. Now here in Sport Plus mode, I think it has a really nice growl to the engine, and that kind of tones itself down a little bit in the more comfort-oriented drive modes. But out here in these twisty mountain roads up here, whoa, this is a playful chassis. The rear end definitely feels controlled, but it can step out a little bit. It has a really playful character to it. And the steering, you know, it's direct, but it has a nice lightness to it in a good way. It's that direct light combo that I think is great for a rear-wheel drive sports sedan. It really helps you feel control of the vehicle, helps you kind of point it in a corner, and lets that rear end kind of follow through with you. You know, power does come on pretty quickly from these twin turbos, though I would have to say the accelerator could be a little bit more touchy, actually. I think it's a little bit on the softer side of its tuning for the accelerator pedal, even in the Sport Plus mode. I think it could be a little bit more aggressive. But I have to say, I was a little bit impressed with this exhaust. I'm not sure if there's some stuff being pumped in, but pretty good so far. This is actually the first time I have been in. Wow, in the lower gears, it definitely picks up and goes. I've actually been in a G70, so good overall first impressions. Now, of course, you can get the 4-cylinder as well while it's still on the market. So you have options if you're looking at the G70 right now. Be careful with some deer up here. but definitely has surprised me so far. Very playful chassis, and I actually quite like the driving dynamics of the car. You are able to sit pretty low down in this chassis as well, which I really like. You kind of feel like you're driving a nice sports sedan, and that it is indeed. So definitely don't overlook the G70 if you're looking in the market. Even though it's going out of production, it's still a really good, well-built rear-wheel drive sports sedan, and it's a crowded segment, yes, but I think it offers a unique taste on it from South Korea versus something from the Germans or the American brands. You can see it likes to step out just a little bit here. Really, really fun car. Really, really fun. And I'm kind of glad that they're not going with the route of turning it into an EV. At least as of right now, they're kind of keeping it in this sports sedan format. I'm glad they're even able to keep it on the market, because a lot of these cars are turning straight to hybridization. And you know, this is still a little bit of a more bare bones gas vehicle. It's a pure gas car, no hybridization, no 48 volt mild hybrid or anything, which yes, that may be a little bit of a detriment to your fuel economy, but who cares about that when you're having fun? And this car definitely likes to have fun. And you know it's a car that likes to have fun when you can really enjoy it coming up and carving these twisty, short roads up in the Poconos. Downshifts are stronger than I think the upshifts are. Some people pass by over there. Really am impressed with the chassis dynamics though. That's, I think, one of my major highlights here. And you have all of those nice luxury amenity features. So you have heated and ventilated front seats. So, you know, you're going to be able to be comfortable in this car at the end of the day. And, well, you're driving it around all day long. And honestly, I really don't have too many complaints. You know, there are some things in here that are a little bit on the cheaper feeling, I wouldn't say cheaper side, but you know, not up to par to like something like the German in terms of fit and finish. Build quality in here is perfectly fine. Really, really good build quality in here. Nothing, no creaks or rattles. Just some of the plastics I think could be a little bit nicer, but you know, I can't really speak too much on that because I know it's not going to be improved just because this is kind of phasing out of this platform in this particular vehicle. But for what it is, it's really, really not that bad. I would say, you know, early 2000s BMW levels of materials and qualities in here. Not 2010s, not 2000s, which is a good bar to be at. Wow, I'm actually, you know what, now I'm sad that the Genesis is going to be discontinuing this vehicle within the year or two, next year or two. This is actually really, really fun, and it would have been, I think, great to kind of see how this chassis and platform could be further tuned and developed as a sports sedan. I think it really does make a case for itself. You know, a lot of some manufacturers come into this segment trying to build, you know, a good sports sedan, and it doesn't just go the best of ways, but you know, Genesis hired the right people, they brought the right team in, the experts, the engineers, and they really wanted to build something special. And honestly, for their first ever sports sedan, this is, I think, a really good. Now, are there any downsides whatsoever to the G70? You know, it's still going to be on the pricier side. You're looking at similar prices to a little bit cheaper than a 3 Series, and obviously the M340 is unbeatable in any way, shape, or form. But if you don't want that, you want something a little bit different, this is definitely a cool car to go for. Let's let this Prius head out. I'm going to do some driving and shut up for a second. We'll try it in manual mode as well. Good, really strong brakes. Great power on this car too, really, really impressive. And under load, this gearbox does hold up pretty well in terms of getting up to speed here. Some twisties here to go through. really, really impressed with this powertrain. So anyways, guys, thank you on this quick tour and drive with the G70 Sport Prestige. And as always, stay tuned for more coming in Allcarnews. Cheers.